because Neo should have been with Bozo, not with Lady Pinks, not with Caponi, with a true representative of the South Side. And yeah, it's crazy that I'm saying it, but it's the truth. Bigger people want to come into our community. You cannot be the representative of Chicanos, bro. Heck no. And just because both of you are Muslims, so you guys get to go and do like a zoo. Let's go to the Chicano zoo and see all the animals. And basically, this is what I'm trying to say, that they don't take us serious. Because we have clowns like Caponi and Lady Pinks representing Chicano culture. Stop it, bro. Stop it. These fools culturally appropriating our culture is because they get popular with other cultures because they're not part of our culture. Tell me one time you were in an African American's car and he's like, let me put on Criminalidades. Let me put on Mr. Criminal. I've never heard a black person be like, put that Caponi on, fool. Hey, what it do, what it is, what it was. This is your boy Bozo of the Bozo Podcast. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications and support a real one in the field. What are we talking about today? Today. Who would have thought that your boy would agree with Bozo? Today we are talking about the what, the when, the why, and the how of a situation that we want to get a little bit of understanding, maybe some closure. You feel me? So recently, Bozo was on the Lit Outlet podcast, I think. Shout out to him. It's one of those, it's a good podcast. It is kind of funny because they're sitting so close to each other that I think their knees might touch. Somebody brought that up a long time ago, but the homie does his things. Shout out to him. Shout out to all podcasters, especially Chicano podcasters that are trying to do their thing and uplift our people and let the world know who we are. So go check them out. But on that podcast, Bozo was talking about Neo. Neo is starting to become a poppin', not a podcaster, a streamer. Streaming is a new thing. You know, Kai Cenat, Aiden Ross, Speed, all these cats. So he's kind of like right under them. Kind of like where I'm at. I'm kind of like under the most popular fools. But it's all right. So what we're talking about today is Bozo, Caponi, Lady Pinks, and Neo, and cultural appropriation, Chicano rap, and is it an embarrassment and how people see us. So the reason I have an issue, and this is the wild part, people, I actually agree with Bozo. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it that we would actually agree? We need to join forces now. No, just playing. But this is why I picked Bozo, why I wanted to work with Bozo, because I do think that he holds up a high standard to the South Side. You know what I mean? He has honor, even if it's kind of annoying sometimes and Karen-ish. And Lady Pinks, it's funny that him and Lady Pinks have something kind of at odds a little bit, because they kind of do the same thing. They go around picking on people if they don't like how they're representing the South Side. So now, but this isn't the difference between Bozo and Lady Pinks, my boy. Bozo is a real one in his section. Lady Pinks, you don't even know what hood she's from. You know where Bozo's from. He's from Pico Nuevo. Salute to all the homies out there. I used to party in Uptown Whittier. But yeah, man, he's from Pico Nuevo. Salute. And he's a real one. He spent like 10 years in prison. Is documented. What has Lady Pinks done? She got on a rapper's label that's an Arabic dude that's not even understand real Chicano culture. And that's my problem. Caponi is a cultural appropriator. I'm sorry. It's cool that you grew up in Southern California around a lot of Chicanos, but to be one of the lead Chicano rappers, and when bigger people want to come into our community, you cannot be the representative of Chicanos, bro. Heck no. And just because both of you are Muslims, so you guys get to go and do like a zoo. Let's go to the Chicano zoo and see all the animals. And basically what happened was Neo did a stream with Caponi and Lady Pinks was there. And it was just basically a whole embarrassment. And Bozo said it on this podcast that it's an embarrassment. You guys are embarrassing us, taking them to the backyard, dressing them up like a clown, making them two-step. Lady Pinks has a little hat on. I don't even get what that was going on. There's that actor dude in the back. Everybody's acting. There's cars and girls. And all they do is hang out on a barbecue and go cruising. So that's what you, Caponi, that's what you want us, the world, to see. That's what you want other Arabic people that follow Neo. That's what you want all these young people to see, that Chicanos are still doing the same old things. Backyard boogieing and cruising, that's all we do. No, Bozo's like, bro, I would have picked him in a Lambo, took him to a high-rise, did poker, took him to Sam. Salute to Sam. They used to date a fine-ass Latina Arabic girl. They're actually half Persian, half Latina. Shout out to her. Ooh, I miss her. That's when you know they're lovely, when you feel them again. But again, Bozo has the right idea. Pick me up in a Lambo, bro. Take him to a high-rise. Let's do some poker. Let's be G'd out. You feel me? Suits and stuff or whatever. This is what I'm trying to say, that they don't take us serious. because we have clowns like Caponi and Lady Pinks representing Chicano culture? Stop it, bro. Stop it. I'm not saying that Caponi hasn't put on and helped the Chicano rap scene, but in my opinion, he kind of hurt it because he helped all these horrible Chicano rappers come up, and they represented the rap scene for brown people, and that's why a bunch of black people don't want to work with Chicano rappers, or like, dude, y'all funny, you feel me? And the new age was like, bro, we are not doing that. I'm cool on those size 40s, put away the Cortezes, you can keep the hairnet, you feel me? I'll keep the Lokes, I'm gonna put some Jordans on, or some Nike Airs, some tight pants, not too tight though, I like that. You know what I mean? And do my thing, a little jewelry, a little bit of independent fashion. You know what I mean? Coming out of fashion designers like Asali, or I wish he would change his name so it could be something that we could remember. Asali, he's from here. But about those that have fashion statements when they do their things, not just the same old, bro. And this is what Bozo is saying, is that, bro, we need to represent right. And understand that he doesn't, sometimes he'll get caught up in the north or south. It's not because he wants just to represent the south side purely, you know. But, bro, Bozo, you gotta step out of the box, and so do Lady Pinks and Caponi, bro. Because if not, for the rest of our lives, bro, all we will be known as Chicano rappers. We won't be known as the people that evolved, you know. And now the young kids like Peso and them, they're making music that black people listen to. You'll be in a car with a black person and he'll put on Peso. That's never happened, bro. Tell me one time you were in an African American's car and he's like, let me put on Criminalidad, let me put on Mr. Criminal. I never heard a black person be like, put that Caponi on, fool. Or bro, or N. You know what I mean? I never heard somebody be like, bro, I need to hear Little Rob, bro. I gotta hear Summer Nights. You know what I mean? I never heard that. And even that song's a good song, I never heard. But Baby Bash, you know, people like Baby Bash, people like Psycho Realm, these are people that people like, and Hoodstocks even brought that up, like Psycho Realm people could never consider them Chicano rappers. It was always like the Chicano rappers and Psycho Realm and Be Legit and all those people, you know what I mean? And that's what we want. We want to show, because when I was in LA, I wasn't in backyard boogies too, and I was cruising, but we were doing cool ass things in the LA, bro. It's like the dopest lifestyle, and Southsiders, a lot of them have got money too. And I'm not just all about, not all Southsiders are in the streets banging, you know, they're making money, hanging out with girls, going to the beach, going to high rises, going to bars, having shark on the, I remember being with my homeboy Sneaky from Venice 13 on a high rise in Santa Monica eating shark for the first time, my boy. A homeboy from Venice fed me, no pause. We had dinner, homie, on a high rise, having drinks with ladies, eating shark, bro. And I don't even like seafood, you know what I mean? But you gotta eat some shark when it's time, you know what I mean? You gotta eat a predator, homie. But yes, Avato from Venice showed me that. Shout out to Sneaky, man, doing his thing. He actually eventually went to UCLA and got in by doing women's studies. Oh, I thought that was hilarious. He's like, well, I love women. When I